everybody, it's me, Janae, and I'm here today to tell you guys about my go-to 5-minute face. That's what I call it. I don't know if it actually takes 5 minutes for real, y'all. Probably take a little bit longer than that, I don't know. But this is my on-the-go, in a rush kind of face, opposed to like my full glams, right? So these are my old faithful products. The only products that I've changed up is recently I've started to use this milk makeup, and I really only use the milk makeup when I'm doing the 5-minute face because I feel like it gives a really good pigmented contour everywhere I need it. It's a cream contour stick for milk makeup, so I really like this, and that is in the shade Simmer, the Sculp stick. And this Fenty Beauty foundation, y'all, look, I've already worn out the bottle. The soft lit foundation in the shade 400. So everything else is pretty much what I've always been using, y'all. So I do want to start trying to use a different kind of setting spray, but this is a really good setting spray for me anyway. It's from Ruby Kisses. It's Dewy Satin Hydrating Setting Spray. So everything else is like my old faithfuls. I've always been using it, besides this Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Powder in 410 as well. So I really love this mascara from LA Colors. It's the Mega Dramatic Lash. This, I feel like, makes my lashes look amazing, and I already kind of have really long lashes, y'all, so I love how this mascara looks on my lashes. I have a lip gloss from Broadway Vitalip Coconut Oil Lip Gloss that I just put on, opposed to my lip combo that I do with my full glams or my red lip that I like to do. This is a moisturizer I got from the mall. I forgot the name of the brand, but it is a hyaluronic moisturizing cream. And this is a Milani Skin Quench Hydrating Blurring Primer that I use as a base underneath all the makeup. This is my Nika K New York Hydrating Eye Cream that I use. This is definitely a go-to for me, you guys. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 25 Medium for my under eyes. I absolutely love to use this. Recently, I got to use the Fenty, it's like a yellow powder that Fenty has as well, and I want to go ahead and buy that and review that for you guys and try it with my makeup because it looks super good, y'all, when I tried it, like when a friend let me use it. And I swear by this Black Radiance medium to dark contour palette. I love using this. So that is pretty much the only products that I use on my in a rush kind of face. And now let's get into it. First things first, moisturizing your face is very important. It lays the foundation for how your skin will look underneath all of your makeup. Whether you're doing a rushed face or you're doing a full glam, you need to moisturize your face. You don't need a whole lot of your moisturizer. As you can see, I do just like 4 dots and then rub it in all over my face. After my face is moisturized, I go in with the Hydrating Eye Cream that I have from Nika K New York. You don't need a whole lot of it. I put it under my eye and over my eye, and then I rub it in like so. Okay, now that it's all rubbed in, I'm gonna go in with my Milani Skin Quench Hydrating Primer. That was a good squeeze, so I'm going to spread that around and then rub it in the same way that I rub in my moisturizer. One full cover on that. Okay. Now that you are moisturized and primed, my next step I go in with this e.l.f. 24-hour camouflage concealer. This is in the shade Tan Sand. It's a lot lighter than I would usually choose a concealer, but I had it in my backstock, so I've been using it. But because it's lighter and I'm going for a more natural kind of face, hold on, yeah, there we go. Okay, I go in with a tap of that Fenty on either side. And I'm going to mix it. Usually I would use my concealer brush to spread out my concealer under the eyes or just wherever I put it on my face. I'm going to use my foundation brush to spread out the concealer under my eyes with this type of face, with the kind of in a rush face, because I've been moving quickly. So I'm kind of blending those two shades together to get coverage under my eye that is both brightening and close to my skin tone color. So y'all see that? So that is how I tap it out. You don't want to make it too thin with the blend, but the closer I get to underneath my eye for real, I'm a little bit more gentle with it. I'm gonna do the rest of it off camera, just for the sake of time with this video. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, so as y'all can see, I blend lightly on the outer edges of that concealer. I blend it out towards my temples. I blended it over my nose and then up into my forehead, not really blending it out into my hairline, just kind of leaving it like that. And the mixing of that brighter concealer shade and that darker Fenty foundation kind of gave me something that's a little bit close to my face tone. Not super, but in a concealer kind of way, yes, it's close. Okay, so the next step is to go in with the Milk Makeup contour. And I do it right here in a C shape near that hairline. I do it near that temple. So bring the shadow back. I do it right under there. So y'all see I didn't blend it all the way down, because I feel like the key to a real like no makeup kind of look is leaving some of it like a little bit imperfect. So when I used to be younger and doing my makeup, I would kind of, I'm gonna put a little bit on my chin, not a whole lot. But when I was younger doing my makeup, I would kind of just tell people like when I had pigmentation, that I had freckles. Cause like, who knows the difference and who really cares? Like, embrace your imperfections. That's what I would say. So I'm going in with this Precision Contour flat brush. And that's what I use to blend out that cream contour. And this brush is on its last leg, y'all. So that's that little clicking noise because it wants to fall apart so bad. So I blend that out like that, down to create that shadow for my face. I'm trying to go as fast as possible because I don't want this video to be like too long. When I'm making videos, it takes a lot longer than it would have taken if I was just doing it for real myself, y'all, if I was in a rush. So this 5-minute glam video is gonna be more of like 10-20 minutes for y'all because I'm instructing. For me, when I'm doing it, it's quick, fast, and in a hurry, and I can get to where I need to go. So with that flat brush, y'all see I'm like blending the edges of the concealer and the full contour into that concealer. And I'm not really going back into my hairline. I'm getting up close towards it and brushing away from it. And that's how I do a blend with my hairline, especially with a cream contour. So that's how it starts to turn out look. So originally when I was trying to make this like a quick in a rush kind of makeup tutorial. I've done it with literally just the Milk Makeup Cream Contour under it, and it wasn't terrible, but I felt like I needed a little extra contour on top because I felt like it did look a little bit light. Because the way that it's going to look when I put the Fenty powder over it, it does blend together, but sometimes you do need that little extra step. So that's why I go in with the Black Radiance contour on top of it. And y'all see, like, I'm blending away from my hairline. I don't blend into my hairline. And then with the concealer, I'm kind of like fluffing out those edges of that concealer into the contour. So that is how it is looking right now. Y'all see the contour around my forehead and around my jawline is a lot darker, but that doesn't matter because that is where the Black Radiance blend will help out with that. All right? So now blend out that nose contour. And I blend the nose contour into my eyelid. Y'all, this brush is really on its last leg. I'm screaming. And like down around my nose and into my eyelid. And let's smooth that out because I don't know what that's looking like on camera. I just look somewhere. Okay, so that is the beginning of that phase. And then I'm literally going to go in with this under the eyes and then my Fenty powder on top. So I'll be right back. So y'all, I use this type of brush to initially go over with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I tap it in there. I tap off all that extra. You don't want to put it straight on immediately. You want to build up that coverage. And I add that underneath my eye to that concealer area. And whatever you do on one side, you want to do on the same side. So I keep track of the amount of times that I tap under on one side and then I replicate that. So I've just done it twice over on this side. So I'm gonna do it twice on the next one. And y'all see that gives you an immediate set underneath it. And a lot of the way that I do my makeup, whenever people ask for advice, I tell them that my makeup is so seamless because it's a combination of creams and powders. And the way that I do my steps and stuff like that, I feel like it just allows that cream and powder to seamlessly come together once it's all like, whether I've put setting spray on or whether I've started sweating. A lot of my makeup technique is based around me being an athlete and me sweating. So I don't want to be sweating and then my face is running off my face. Like, I want to sweat and then basically like, it's like my sweat is setting my face. So after I did that 2 on each side, and I'm just going back and forth trying to balance that out. I'm gonna go one more time for a third go around and place it underneath. And really bouncing that around. And I'm looking in the mirror behind me and it's so seamless. So a lot of people ask about my under eye conceal a lot of the time. I really feel like that e.l.f. and this Maybelline Fit Me powder, that go-to combination for me is a blessing. Like, it really gives me that airbrush finish and I feel like it works so well for me. So I'm doing all of that because I believe blend, blend, blend till you can't blend no more. Okay, and that's how that under eye is gonna look. Sometimes every blue moon, I'll put a little bit on my chin just to balance out my face a little bit. I feel like my T-zone gets its own natural highlighting, so I don't really put anything in that area ever. I'm really only ever setting underneath my eyes and maybe my chin on an occasional day where I just want to just be a little bit extra brightened up. But that's literally all I use this powder for on my face. And I go back over after I've done everything, just soften up those edges, don't want anything looking harsh. And now I'm going to take this brush and that Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r powder, a soft matte Pro Filt'r powder, and I'm gonna go all over my face. So I'm gonna come back when I show you guys out. So this is a really big brush, y'all. So I literally am going in a circular motion all over the compact. And I've also kind of wet up the compact a little bit, so that's how it looks with me kind of bouncing between concealer and powder a lot of the time. But I go in a circular motion with my big old brush all over the compact, and then I do it all over my face. I'm gonna start on one side so you guys can start seeing the difference. And as y'all see, like I'm putting my brush like right on top of the concealer that I haven't set. So that's a lot of the time why if I have a compact, it's gonna look like this. But as y'all can see it coming together, this is how it starts looking when I'm setting with that Fenty face powder. So can y'all see? I'm starting to see the difference, but I don't know if it's coming up on camera. And I'm putting it all over my face to bring together everything. And that too might be another reason why things come off kind of more seamlessly for me, like around the rest of my face, because I'm not putting too much powder. I did have my stage where I was kind of setting all of my face and then going in with some face powder. I don't really do that no more. I literally only set underneath my eyes and occasionally my chin. And I am a super fit, athletic person, running around sweating and all that, and my makeup stays for hours through the night. The most I ever experience is creasing in my smile lines because I smile a lot, and creasing slightly under my eyes if I've just really been having a rough, kind of more active kind of day, which I'll then just go back in with a little bit of that under eye powder if I want a brightening effect, or under eye powder plus some face powder if I wanted a little bit more of a toned down set to my skin look. So can y'all see how that looks right now? I love how that's looking. And see, it's kind of a little bit more toned down now opposed to like super bright, right? So at first I would try to walk around with my face kind of just like this. It did not work the way I wanted it to work. So I decided, let me make sure I add a little bit more contour, right? So hold on one second. Because if you blend it right, then your nose is gonna start running. Be right back. Okay, so now that I have this brush and my Black Radiance contour, I'm gonna go in along the sides of my nose in the darkest shade, and I'm going to bring this shade back to the sides of my nose and my eyelids. Not really doing a whole lot, but like just enough to bring back the shape of my nose. And then I'm going in with this brush. This is my usual contour brush, and I'm tapping. And I feel like my face has pretty good definition. Like I can see the lines, and I try whenever I do makeup to go with the natural curvatures of my face. So I don't really try to create a different face. I just want to look like myself. So I'm going right in under that line and blending it like towards my cheek a little bit with a buffing motion, or kind of like inwards, not really outwards because I'm not trying to get the makeup into my hairline. And that was with one tap. And remember, this is kind of a subtle type of makeup, so you don't want to add a whole lot, but you're trying to make sure you bring back the shape of your face after doing those steps with that under eye powder and concealer and all that. So now I'm going in there and I'm trying to keep the natural curves of my face, so I'm letting that guide me with what I do. And then I'm going in a C shape on my chin. And I'm doing a buffing motion around my jawline into my ear, like that little area, so that it blends beautifully. And if you wanted to stop right here and let that be it, you definitely could in terms of the face. After is just like putting on the mascara and lip gloss. But another step that I like to do, I like to go back in with my Fit Me powder and take this brush and give myself a little bit more of a defined nose kind of contour, but I do like reverse contouring. I take that and like build a shape and pat underneath my eye, on the side of my nose, kind of just like creating a brightness and almost a little bit of a different shape with the nose. I feel like you would really call this reverse contouring. And I just go in under there and brighten up that under eye and then that inner eye corner. And sometimes just softening up those outer edges, right? And then now it is best to set the face before. Did I take out my setting spray? Hold on. Oh, here it goes. It's best to set the face before you do the mascara, because then if you aren't really that good at doing mascara after, or setting spray after mascara, or whatever order, it's going to end up getting mascara around your face. So I do this, trying not to scrunch my face. You know, I use drugstore setting sprays, and a lot of time why setting spray isn't working is because you aren't using enough of it. You just, and then no, you gotta drown your face. Like, I like to drown my face with setting spray, so I feel like that's why my face really be set with makeup. Y'all, like, if your neck don't look like, or your face don't look like you just got done working out, you ain't doing it right, in my opinion. So this is how it looks right now. I will take my fan and dry it up real quick, and then I'm gonna come back on and do mascara, and you guys can see the finished look in a second. So y'all, this is the zoomed in makeup look, and as you guys can see, it is full coverage. This is the side that where my tattoo usually is. You can barely see it. This is me taking a step back. This is how I look. This is what I would kind of call like commercial, like face product kind of makeup that gives like, oh my god, she's got like flawless skin. No girl, this is a flawless glam. Yeah, that's the close-up. That's the distance. Get into her, get into her. So next up is putting on lip gloss and mascara. I'm gonna put on lip gloss on camera, and then I'll show you guys the finished look when I'm done putting on mascara. See, I'm literally just putting it on so my face looks moisturized. I mean, my lips look moisturized. And then we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so this is with the mascara on, and this is the difference. The LA Colors Mega Dramatic Lash. Like, I absolutely love this, how that looks. It like completely brings the look together. And one thing that I did forget to tell you guys about, I do like to put Maybelline Great Lash Clear Mascara on my brows just to brush them up, because I don't really feel in my brows much anymore unless I'm doing a dramatic makeup look. So I literally just go over it with clear brow gel or clear mascara, whatever you want to call it, and I brush them into place, and that ties my makeup look all the way together. And y'all, that's it. That's my go-to quick glam. It is full coverage for what it needs to be. It definitely gives skin vibes, like, yeah, she's that girl. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.